Bow, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to Nick and Mal Briggs on the 48 Laws of Power, the show where we break down the book by Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. If you guys have been tuning into the prior episodes, we appreciate it. And if you haven't, hit the subscribe button and go back and listen to the episodes that we've done. I think this is episode number 3.
It's episode number 3. So the first episode was Law 23, and the second one was Law 4.
Yes. Law 23 is concentrate your forces. Law 4 is
say less than necessary.
And now we're going to be covering law number 6, which is,
drum roll please.
Drum roll please.
Court attention at all costs. Attention at all costs.
Attention at all costs. All right, so let's have a conversation about this. So my feeling on this law is, and I feel like it's something with the entire book, you have to be very careful of how you interpret certain things.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess what I'm taking from the book so far from the different chapters is that it's not for everybody and it's not to be implemented into every facet of your life, right? Especially if you're not a person who's in a powerful position. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the... I don't know, like let's just say a regular bank teller at the bank trying to pull power strings. You know what I mean? You're going to look foolish and you're probably going to alienate a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It is for people who I would say are in higher positions and they're trying to increase their power and hold on to power. Mm-hmm. And this is most evident by this chapter.
Yes, definitely is.
But it started off though, what you got from the book?
Definitely think one thing I want to start it off was, basically, the first page amazed me, and it's right under the part 1 where it says, surround your name with the sensational and scandalous. But basically explaining it, what it had said was, draw attention to yourself by creating unforgettable, even controversial image, court scandal, do anything to make yourself seem larger than life and shine more brightly. And, you know, when I read that, I was thinking... It's easy to do that. We got social media. It's 10 times easier. You know, people could go on social media and make themselves seem more brightly. They can also make themselves seem larger than normal, which means that they could seem more powerful.
Better than they are.
You
don't see their weaknesses. You just see them at their best moments.
Exactly. So you only see them at their best moments. So a lot of people, this is what social media is, attention game, right? Yeah. So this is how a lot of people, Law 6, a lot of people do utilize Law 6 in social media. They court attention at all costs in their lives, and social media plays a major role in it. You know, you have people that post nonstop. You have people that tweet nonstop. You understand what I'm saying? So for business reasons, good for business, and some people just do it for personal reasons.
Now, so what you said as far as utilizing, a lot of people technically utilize it. I don't think they're implementing it with an intelligent mindset, but we love attention, right?
Yes.
Like I always say, like things that are bred into our DNA. Like we always wanted to be the most loved, the most liked, whether it's to be the most attractive guy or whatever it may be. We love attention, and social media is that.
Yes.
Right. For example, the example I want to use, and it's very key to following this law, is a young lady who came out and exposed Kanye West and said that he was sleeping with Jeffree Star, a transvestite. By the way, which is there's nothing wrong with that, but it was a lie, right? And she's a clout chaser. She does a bunch of things. I think she licked the toilet on an airplane one time. And my thing is, number one, you're technically implementing that, but you end up looking foolish. Why? Because you don't have anything behind what you're doing, right? And I think that's what I feel like. I'm confusing myself with what I want to say right now, but if you ever find yourself trying to implement this law, make sure you have something that when you do attract the attention, that people are going to come to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I want you to elaborate on the gentleman that laid down the bricks.
Okay. So P.T. Barnum, and this is the example the book gives. P.T. Barnum, he learned a lesson important in his young circus life. His boss put out a false statement that he was a murderer. A bunch of people seen him. They're about to kill him. And it brought a lot of attention to the circus. And he was like, oh, shit. You just got to do, as they said, scandalous and sensationalized shit to get attention. So what he did was when he opened his first art museum in New York City, He had a guy basically stack a stack of bricks in the middle of the walkway. So what the guy would do is he would walk out from the art museum, 2 bricks in hand, put one on the floor, walk back inside with the second one, pick up another one, walk around the museum for a little bit, and then walk out, lay another brick, repeat process. What happened after a few days is everyone was like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing? Everyone started following him into the museum. And now that they were in the museum, they're like, oh, fuck, this is actually a pretty cool place. They stayed, obviously. They bought tickets, and they were able to benefit from that. Mm-hmm. But even, look at that, right? He brought them to a museum where there's things that are going to attract you. If he had brought them to an empty room, they'd been like, oh, okay, he's just moving bricks, nothing to it, and left. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where a lot of people, that's why I say I don't think people implement it on social media because they just do dumb shit for clout. And then there's nothing to hold you there when they do get the attention.
Boon Gang is a perfect example of that.
Boon Gang.
Where's
Boon Gang? Nowhere. Why? Nowhere. Because he didn't have a talent for the people to feed the people.
Restarting Instagram every year. And you understand what I'm saying? What? Booking people, booking donuts.
Is that an actual verb now? Booking?
Yeah, it's booking. But like you said, he had no platform. So when he did it, and he also came out with a video. He said, I didn't make any money doing this. No. He said he didn't even make close to $100,000.
I'm surprised if he made that much. Yeah, I'm surprised if he made that much.
I want to say $10K, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to say $100,000. He said I didn't make no money from it. He got tattooed all over his face. You understand what I'm saying? But he came out. He's clean, and he says, "Hey, bro, I did it for attention. I was drugged up, and now he's like very, open arm type of person right now."
I mean, he's very religious. Yeah. But let's look at it. What if Boon Gang was Chris Brown level talented? He'd probably be the biggest star in the world.
Biggest star,
right?
Who does that sound like?
Who?
I mean, you went music into it.
Who does it sound like?
6ix9ine.
Yes, perfectly. And he's someone, I've been saying, I think 6ix9ine is very smart. Smarter than people give him credit for. And I think he implemented this. I don't know if he ever read the book, but I'm making fire. Let's be honest. Okay, I'm going to take back something I said on the podcast. I said he was a musical genius. All right, maybe I was gassing it. Mm-hmm. But he makes good music. You're able to bump to his music, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 5 times. It's not something you're going to be listening to for the rest of your life, but it's good music. He got himself attached to the sensational and the scandalous, gang violence, and dissing a lot of well-known people.
Easy to eat up.
And guess what? He does billions of views on his YouTube videos. So that's a perfect person to correlate that to. Mm-hmm. You know who else? And you know how I know this guy implemented this very specifically? Charlemagne the God. Because I found out about this book from him. Because he'll always quote it on the radio, on his podcast. He'll always quote it. And when I read it, pass me the book real quick. Mm-hmm. Let me read Law 1. And I'm going to explain to you guys. If you guys know Charlemagne the God and Joe Budden also, you guys will know. Where is it? It's
Law 1 or Part 1?
Part 1.
First page. Keep going.
The first page?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's the first page. Show me. I'm sorry, guys.
Man, just ripped my page.
Nah, I ain't ripped nothing. Damn, where is it at?
Told you.
Yo, I really do. Here? Oh, shit. Yes, she was blocking it. Part 1. Surround your name with the scandalous and the sensational and the scandalous. Draw attention to yourself by creating an unforgettable, even controversial image. Court scandal. Do anything to make yourself seem larger than life and shine more brightly than those around you. I think you kind of read that before, right? Charlemagne the God, Joe Budden. Both of them have 2 of the biggest podcasts in the fucking country right now. What did they do? They attacked the most sensational person in maybe our country other than President Trump, Drake. They both came at Drake. They both were, it was literally you could see calculated effort. Charlemagne the God was dissing him for years until Drake finally acknowledged him. And guess what? He won. He won that little battle. Joe Budden came out, hour-long rant on how Drake album was fucking trash. Not only was it sensational, but it was scandalous. Everyone loves Drake. Mm-hmm. Now his podcast got like I think he said like a 75% boost from it.
Golly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what happened when you texted Big Dog, and Big Dog's like, all right, I had enough. I'm going to give you attention.
Yeah.
Stupid. Are you dumb?
And I think Drake learned from that. That's why you don't hear from Drake.
I mean, he do be on, this video is him speaking to academics and Joe Budden on YouTube, like on through IG. But he says, he's like, yo, I'm not trying to get caught up. Like, I'm just here. And like the funny thing about the academic video, it's like, in the comments, they're like, this is, academics is the freshman that hangs around the seniors, and the seniors just tell him to do whatever, and the freshman does whatever. They were like, yo, Drake was like, yo, academics, take a 3-shot of Henny. Take 3 shots of Henny. And it took it.
I don't like that. I don't like that no, not the analogy. Analogy is fire. I don't like that picture of academics. Because academics is not no sucker nigga like that.
Nah, he really not.
Bro,
but he did it for his
boss.
fans though. He was like, but Drake, you gotta, he told Drake he gotta do something for the fans though. Drake did it. He's like, yo, you gotta do something for the chat. I forgot what it was.
For the chat niggas.
Yeah. Drake did it.
But even academics, the way he came up, I feel like he was the war on Chirac.
Yeah, he was
that was
guy.
very scandalous. That was very sensational.
Very clickbait.
Yeah.
Stuff. And you could just listen to his voice. You just loved his voice. Yeah. So you're like, fuck it.
That's what it is. That's why I need to work on my voice. I need to get my shit beautiful.
You know what else is very important?
What?
Clothes, what you wear.
You was talking about that earlier. Explain to that.
Yeah, because so shout out to Clean Your System, but we had cooked something up with Clean Your System, and the way our angles are, you could see our outfit, right? And when I was reading it, they were talking about the way you dress can catch someone's eye and catch their attention. I'm like, that could be a way I could stand out with the Four Stooges. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody could go, yo, I fuck with the Four Stooges, bro. I love the way Mal dress. I love the way B dress. I love the way Nick dress. I love the way Ant dress. You know, someone could just fuck with you. They like staring at you because of the way you dress. Perfect example. This could be Maul on the Joe Budden podcast. Maul actually has a seat where you can see his whole outfit. He probably plans it to where it's for that reason. You understand what I'm saying? Gentlemen, we had on the show VD for Public. Shout out to Jabari. 3-piece suits. Like, come on. Man. And that plays a major role into business, because now if you think about it, if you go into a business or bank, any business setting, if you see a gentleman with a tailored suit, 3-piece suit, you know, nice fitted, everything, watch, I want to talk to him. I want to work with him. What does he have? What can he add to the table? Absolutely. So dressing is very important to the eye, you know, for what you want. And that I love that point. You know, that's something I definitely want to tap more into, but you know, things will come.
I don't think this chapter has, like, really what I took from this one. I don't think there's a lot to break down at like other chapters. Yeah, and it was pretty long, but it kept reiterating the same thing. Court attention, but also sometimes you need to be low key. Sometimes you do not want to have your name out there, especially if you're making certain moves. You want to be quiet, because guess what? Quiet could also build attention.
It can, but also bite you in your ass too.
Yeah, but silence can build it, especially if you're a motherfucker that talks all the time. Go silent, and you really gonna see if you've caught any bait. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I said to say this: have a talent. Before you try to implement this law, have something. Whether it's a t-shirt you're trying to sell, whether it's a podcast you want people to listen to, a radio show, whatever it may be. Don't just be scandalous for scandalous reasons. Because people are going to come see and be like, all right, bro, you have nothing. This is why a lot of rappers, let's look at this analogy. A lot of rappers get mad, and they actually get mad when they have a hit song, but it's their first song, right? Why? Because, okay, he's the biggest rapper right now. He's hot. He has a big song. Let's say Lil Yachty, One Night, for instance. You go on his IG, you go on his SoundCloud, whatever. He only has one song. There's nothing else to benefit off of the attention on that song. So these guys end up being one-hit wonders, as opposed to, I don't know, I mean, name a rapper. Maybe Nipsey Hussle. When he first got his first big hit song, it's a whole list of shit you could go listen to. And now I'm a fan. Now the attention has brought me in, and I'm totally bought in. I'm part of that society, that culture you're building. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So just have something you want to sell, whether that's literal or figurative.
Yeah, time will come, time will tell. But also the part about quietness biting you in your ass. We could look at Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla in their situation. Thomas Edison was known to be in the newspaper, was known to be talked about because he always talked about the future of the world, him building robots. Anything futuristic, Thomas Edison was gassing it, saying, I can do it, I will do it, right? On the other side, Nikola Tesla was just working.
Played more by the book.
Yeah, being quiet, like, I know what I can do, and I was working.
But he was putting in work.
Right? So one thing they had talked about in Law 6 was, with Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla was, so Thomas Edison knew that, all right, I need attention, so I'm always talking about the futuristic things, right? And there was the Nobel Prize Committee for physics, right? And the Nobel Prize Committee wanted Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla to win the award together, right? So Thomas Edison felt some type of way about that. He said, Thomas Edison knew Nikola Tesla was a better physics than him. He's like, I'm not accepting the award with Nikola Tesla. Like, why would I do that? I know what I can do. I'm planning on building robots. Nikola Tesla doesn't. So since Thomas Edison didn't want to accept the award with Nikola Tesla, the Nobel Prize Committee gave the physicists, am I saying that right?
Yeah, that's the first time you said it right. You say some other shit before.
Physicists, he gave so the Nobel Prize Committee gave the physicists to two English physicists, right? So I guess they had two rewards, and they didn't want to just drop one. So they gave them to two English physicists, right? Now here's the benefit of it. Why Thomas Edison didn't accept the award with Nikola Tesla? Because Nikola Tesla, hands down, is a better physicist than Thomas Edison. But Thomas Edison has all the attention. If Thomas Edison would accept the award with Nikola Tesla, they would have both been on the same stage, and people would have been like, what does this guy actually have? I'm talking about Nikola Tesla. And when they see what Nikola Tesla has, Thomas Edison would just go dim in the light, and he created light, but he'll go dim in that light. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a smart move for Thomas Edison.
You see what he did there?
Come on, that might go over your head, though. That might go over your head, though.
Come on, son. He controlled his light because that's what he did.
Exactly. He controlled his light. So him not accepting that award, Thomas Edison, still in the light in media, and Nikola Tesla was doing what he does. But I wanted to correlate a situation that actually happened in real life, a recent form, but this is more the sports area, high school football. So in Long Island, for all my Long Island listeners, y'all know the top schools, shouts along with my school, but William Floyd is up there. Skylar knows this. But this is a situation with two great football stars, both had touchdown in the NFL before.
Stacey Bedell played in the NFL?
Yeah, not played a game or anything, but he was on practice squad, training camp. He made it there.
Shout out.
You understand what I'm saying? But this happened with Stacey Bedell from William Floyd and Dalton Cross from Station North. You know, now we got Ball in the building, so he could back it up too. But Stacey Bedell just had a great overall football team and won the Hanson Award, which is the award for the best, I believe, running back or athlete in Suffolk County. And he won it his junior year. Stacey Bedell won it his junior year. Senior year, Dalton Crossan has a breakout year. But everyone knew Dalton Crossan was good. But when I say a breakout year, he was better than Stacey Bedell that year, their senior year. So to show love for both of them, because they played against each other in the Long Island Championship, the Section 12 had made two Hanson Awards. One was going to go on to Bedell, Suffolk County Championship. Oh, yes, sorry. Long Island Championship, Nassau versus Suffolk. So Suffolk County Championship, they played against each other. Thank you, Bella. But they made two Hanson Awards. One went to Stacey Bedell, and one was going to Dalton Crossan. Like I said, if I was in Stacey Bedell's shoes, I'm not accepting that award. You understand what I'm saying? Because the reason is, I won the LIC. I beat Station North in the Suffolk County Championship. You know, I have a better team. I'm a better running back.
And I'm sure he was more known.
And 10 times more known. You know, getting the better publicity, all the media coverage and media news. But it is a fact. Bally, you could back me up on this. Dalton Crossan was a better running back his senior year than Stacey Bedell.
If you were a college coach, which one are you taking?
I don't know. They were nasty. Yeah, they were beasts.
But even still, that your point still stands because like I'm more known. People know me for being good, and if this guy is even threatening my position, I don't want people to know about him. Mm-hmm. So that's a fact. That's a real life example of that right there.
Yeah, man.
And that's why I don't understand why podcasters beef.
Yeah.
Right, I was telling you that before. By the way, guys, it's weird right now because it's not weird, but this is the second time we're recording this. Our camera was fucked up the first time, so we had to run it back. But yeah, like Joe Budden and what's the name of that podcast with Wallow and Gilly?
$1 Million
Worth of Game. They were beefing, and Joe Budden, who's a smart guy, but he's very emotional, and this was a miscalculation on him. Gilly and them made a whole fucking episode about Joe Budden, obviously, because he's the big dog, and they're I'm not gonna say they're little guys, but they're under him, so they're gonna give him that type of energy because they are implementing this law. They are attaching themselves to the salacious and the sensational. Mm-hmm. But Joe Budden and them went back with them. Well, they just won. Yep. They got what they wanted from you. Just like Drake stays quiet when niggas diss him. Because him acknowledging it is giving it all the fuel to the fire. That's, you know what I mean, exactly what it is.
It's a major role for life. Yeah. As we can see, we just explained how a lot of people implement Law 6. Yeah. Court attention at all costs, somehow, some way.
Yeah, court attention. And that's my thing. My thing is not at all costs and have a moral line that you draw.
Yes.
For me personally, I don't know about anybody else. Obviously, Tekashi 6ix9ine doesn't believe in that, right? Court attention, not at all costs. You know what I mean? Have some line where you draw something. And let's touch on this before we get out of here. Also, don't ever become a character of yourself. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people court attention. Let's say you become the girl that licks toilets, right? But let's say she's talented. She makes great music. You don't want to lick toilets every time you got to promote a fucking album. Mm-hmm. You don't get sick. That shit is a lot of germs on there. Mm-hmm. Reinvent yourself. And once again, Charlamagne the God has done that. He doesn't ask girls to suck a fart out of their butt anymore. Joe Budden does not have these Adderall, cocaine, amped up podcast episodes where he just violates people. They have reinvented themselves, right? You grab the attention. People's eyes are on you now. Reinvent yourself. And your reinvention should be you resorting back to who you actually are and make people fall in love with who you are. So that way you can literally keep them for the rest of your life.
Love it.
Because you don't have to put on an act. You feel me?
Keep it real.
Keep it real. Keep it real. And if you get people to love you for who you are, you just win the game of life.
Come on.
You just won it. So, yeah, that's Law 6.
Yes, sir. Court attention at all costs.
At all motherfucking costs. What's law? Pick your law right now. Come on, let's make it hot.
I ain't got the law
just
right
call
now.
Out a number. I dare you.
Law 27.
That's what we cover next week. Let's see what it is. Come on, we body this shit. Nigga, you on the back of the book.
It's in the beginning? Or the
nigga, it's 48 laws of power.
It's in the beginning?
No.
I told you that.
Oh, I thought...
Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cut-like following.
Ooh, we about to get spicy in this motherfucker. We can't even implement that, but we're going to try to break it down. Say it again.
Play on people's need to believe to create a cut-like following. Cult-like something.
I can't spell. He can't pronounce words. This is why we great together.
All right, let's get it, man.
And that's perfect because we are trying to create a cult-like following.
Ooh, we need it.
You remember we got to create a religion also, Nick and Malism. Remember that?
Yeah, you seen the end of the shit?
No.
Nick and Mal believes.
Oh, yes, Nick and Mal believes. No. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to episode number 3 of the Nick and Mal Breaks on the 48 Laws of Power.
Make sure you please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Split out.
Yeah. Ever told on a nigga? No. Ever squeezed the trigger? Yeah. Ever set a nigga up? No. Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck? You a sap?